Universal Studios is coming to the United Kingdom, and not in a small way. This isn't just another indoor attraction or a regional expansion. What's being planned in Bedfordshire is a full-scale, next-generation theme park resort that could rival anything else that Universal has built before. It's bold, ambitious, and potentially transformative not just for the local area, but for the entire UK tourism and entertainment landscape. So what exactly is Universal Studios Great Britain, and why is it such a big deal? Let's start with the basics. Universal has confirmed plans for a brand new theme park and resort just outside of Bedford, roughly an hour north of London. The proposed site covers 476 acres, with expansion capacity up to 700 acres, making it one of the largest theme parks in Europe. This park would join Universal's global lineup, which includes resorts in Florida, California, Japan, Singapore, Beijing, and soon smaller-scale operations in Texas, Chicago, and Las Vegas. This would be the first Universal theme park in the UK, and only their second venture into Europe, after Universal Mediterranea in Spain, now known as Portaventura World. This park was never a fully owned and operated Universal theme park in the way that Universal Orlando or Universal Studios Japan are, for example, or how Universal Studios GB is set to be. The park first opened in 1997 in Salou, Spain, as Portaventura. Universal then acquired a partial stake in the late 1990s and rebranded the resort as Universal Mediterranea around 2000. During this time, they did add some Universal theming and branding, like the Portaventura Hotel becoming a Universal Hotel, and there were aspirations to expand it as a European Universal destination. However, Universal sold off its stakes by 2004, and the park reverted to being just Portaventura, and since then it's had no ties to Universal or its intellectual properties. Construction for Universal GB is expected to begin in 2026, with an opening planned for 2031. Universal acquired the land in 2023 and has since conducted public consultations and early assessments. According to reports, more than 6,000 responses were received during the first consultation phase, and the UK government has already shown strong support. Universal's own documentation calls it a once-in-a-generation opportunity, but to understand just how big this is, we need to talk infrastructure. Building a mega resort in rural Bedfordshire means reimagining how people get there. A new junction will be built along the A421 to manage car traffic, while key roads like Manor Road will be upgraded. Wickham's railway station will be expanded to support additional passengers, and a rebuilt Kempston Hardwick station is expected to serve visitors arriving via the East-West Rail line. There's even talk of increasing capacity at Luton Airport to support international arrivals. Universal is not just designing a theme park, they're laying down the bones of a transport hub that could serve the region for decades. Once the resort opens, attendance is projected at 8.5 million guests per year, eventually rising to over 12 million. That translates to anywhere from 10,000 to 50,000 daily visitors in the early years, scaling to 80,000 or more on peak days in the future. The split between domestic and international visitors would be about 70% and 30% during the opening year, and 52% and 48% in future years. The park is expected to operate standard hours from 9 AM till 9 PM, with extensions on weekends, holidays, and special events. During peak times, gates could open as early as 7 AM and stay open as late as 11 PM. Even more impressively, Universal is planning for around 60 late-night events per year, where the park could stay open until 1 AM, a strong hint at plans to bring Halloween Horror Nights to the UK. And this isn't speculation. Universal have already trademarked Halloween Horror Nights in the UK through until 2032. While nothing's been confirmed, the infrastructure and scheduling strongly suggest that HHN will have a home here, possibly beginning in the very first year. In addition to that, the resort will feature nighttime entertainment, such as lakefront shows using fountains, drones, and projections. There's even mention of a large amphitheatre-style viewing area built around the lake for these nightly spectacles. The park, however, will not be home to nightly fireworks shows. It has the requested permission for no more than 10 fireworks shows a year to take place, mainly around Chinese New Year, Bonfire Night, Diwali, and New Year's Eve. As you might expect, the economic impact of the project is massive. During the construction phase, the site is expected to employ over 20,000 people, possibly as many as 30,000 at peak. Once the resort opens, Universal expect to hire 8,000 permanent staff in the first year, rising to as many as 12,000 by 2051. The resort could also support thousands of indirect jobs across hospitality, logistics, retail, and creative industries. Altogether, it's estimated that the park could contribute as much as £50 billion to the UK economy over the next 30 years. But Universal's ambitions go beyond jobs and profits. the company has laid out a detailed plan to support local hiring, training, and education. They've pledged to create 800 creative industry jobs at launch, provide 50 to 70 paid internships and apprenticeships each year, and set hiring targets for individuals who are unemployed, inactive, or from disadvantaged backgrounds. If they don't meet those targets, they'll face financial penalties. They've also committed to working with schools and colleges to provide long-term career pathways for young people, and to paying all employees at or above the UK's national living wage. Now, let's talk about the park itself. The master plan splits the site into 4 zones. First, there's the core zone, the heart of the resort, where you'll find the main theme park, a flagship 500-room hotel, guest amenities, and backstage facilities. The lake zone will serve as the park's entertainment district, offering restaurants, shops, shows, and nightlife options similar to Universal City Walk in the US. Then there are 2 gateway zones, east and west, which will include transit links, parking, and guest arrival areas. This setup is designed to accommodate both day trippers and longer stay guests. So, what kind of attractions will Universal Studios Great Britain offer? While nothing has officially been confirmed, concept art and planning documents give us some major clues. There appears to be a large, blue-launched roller coaster dominating the central plaza, a potential reference to Back to the Future, with a classic courthouse square anchoring the entrance. A fully developed Jurassic World land looks likely, with drop towers, a dart ride similar to the Jurassic World Adventure ride in Beijing, and interactive dinosaur experiences. Super Nintendo World is also highly possible, with Mario Kart, Yoshi's Adventure, and interactive gaming elements. There's also strong speculation about a DreamWorks-themed land featuring characters from Shrek, Kung Fu Panda, and How to Train Your Dragon. Another section could be devoted to Universal Monsters, offering a gothic horror-themed area complete with dark rides and immersive storytelling. One of the most intriguing possibilities is a distinctly British-themed zone, featuring intellectual properties like Paddington Bear, Sherlock Holmes, Doctor Who, or even James Bond, giving the park a uniquely UK flavour that could set it apart from its US and Asian counterparts. One thing that appears to be missing: Harry Potter. Despite the global popularity of the Wizarding World, licensing conflicts with Warner Brothers, who operate the nearby Harry Potter Studio Tour, likely make it difficult to bring the franchise into this park, at least at launch. That said, Universal still has plenty of powerful IPs and room to grow over time. Universal is also looking to build a sports complex that may include both indoor and outdoor spaces. Their goal is to rival destinations like Portaventura World in Spain. The main focus of the complex would be to host youth sports tournaments on both national and international levels, while also offering facilities for the local community to use. Families and players attending these events would be able to enjoy everything the resort has to offer: entertainment, leisure, and accommodations, all in one place. Future expansion areas could also be home to new hotels and a convention centre. So, with all this, what does it all mean? It means that Universal Studios Great Britain isn't just another theme park. It's a cultural, economic, and creative statement. It's a promise of jobs, infrastructure, and opportunity. It's a massive bet on the UK's future as a global entertainment hub. If the project moves forward as planned, by 2031, the rolling fields of Bedfordshire could be home to one of the most exciting and innovative theme parks anywhere in the world. Only time will tell how far this vision goes, but one thing's certain: Universal is aiming big, and Great Britain may never be the same again. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know, how excited are you for Universal Studios Great Britain? And don't forget to like, subscribe, check out some of my other videos and the links in the description.